Hi YouTube, this is our second video, and this one's on E-Heroes. First card is Stratos. This one's your main card. Search it up for other E-Heroes and adds them to your hand, and also if you have a pretty beefy battle force, you take out like back row with it instead. Secondly, Prisma. This one's good as it sends other E-Heroes to your graveyard, so then you can fuse with them really easily with Miracle Fusion. Thirdly, we have 3 Neos Saliuses. They're really good, they're just really a 1/9 beater, but they are handy for fusing with as well as they're light and have E-Hero in the name. Next is Ocean. Ocean's just there to recycle and to fuse for absolute zero, easier. Then we have Lady Heat. This one just sits there and takes off damage and just really there to fuse for Nova Master. Then we run 2 Snowman Eaters. Really good to set. Thunder Kings can't get around them, and when they flip they take out monsters and the 1/9 defense, and you fuse for absolute zero, really easy. Then I run 1 DD Warrior Lady and one DD Warrior. However, the DD Warrior needs to be a Warrior Lady as it's a light for the Shining. Then we run an Honest, because most of the decks are light, so they can easily overcome anything when Honest is equipped. Marshmallow for stalling, and also it takes off a Grand, so I can't go wrong. And a Grand Mold, because I can just get past anything. Now for my spells. First things, 3 Miracle Fusions. They're there because you can use your grave and your field, and then it banishes them, so it's easy enough to get out any monster. 1 Polymerization. That's just there because just in case you have anything in your hand or on the field and not in your grave. 1 Parallel World Fusion, as it's a dead draw if you have none removed from play and you haven't drawn a Miracle Fusion yet, but it's really handy for once you've used a Miracle Fusion. Then we use a Super Poly. That's just there because it pisses off other people because you fuse with their monsters, so that's a win-win. 1 Reinforcements. That's there because it can add literally any card from your deck into your hand. 2 E-Emergency Calls. They're there because they add any E-Heroes to your hand, and it's really good just for setting up Stratos or Prisma. Future Fusion, as that obviously can get out any and powers up your graveyard. Book of Moon, because it's a staple card. 2 MSTs for taking out things like Imperial Iron Wall and other cards that can get on your nerves and destroy set cards. Obviously a Dark Hole and Heavy Storm because you just have to run them. And a Monster Reborn, same reasons. Then for my traps, run 3 Compulses because they get around almost every Exige monster and most Synchros, and they're a pain. 2 Bottomlesses because you can and it really annoys your opponent. A Torrential because that annoys your opponent as well. Mirror Force, as that's really good for stalling with, just as is Torrential, and when they attack it annoys them. And then the Solemn Trio because it can overcome anything and really you need them. Now for the extra deck. Obviously 2 Absolute Zero because when they go it blows up your opponent's monsters, so they don't really want to destroy it, and it's 2/5 so it's pretty high. 2 Nova Master because they're pretty decent because when you take out a monster you get a draw card, and it's 2/6 so they're pretty hard to overcome. 2 Great Tornadoes because they're just good for half. If they get out 5-headed or something, you've got a Shining, you can just use its effect and half every monster your opponent controls, and also you can do more life point damage with them. 2 Gaia for the same reason as Great Tornado, apart from that one that you can only use it on 1 monster and it gains it for the end turn, but still that can overcome anything turn it's summoned. 1 Inferno, that's so I can use Prisma's effect to send Lady Heat to the grave, because otherwise you can't. 1 Terra Firma to send Ocean to the grave, because otherwise you can't send any of your war monsters to the grave because of Prisma's effect. Trinity, sometimes for Future Fusion, as you might want to get more in your graveyard if you might have a Miracle Fusion or something in your hand. Then as soon as the Shining's released again, we will be running 2 Shinings as they are just overpowered and will just totally pwn your opponent. Right, thanks for watching, and leave and rate and subscribe and all that stuff, please. Bye.